This is the RitFit Gazelle Pro 3-in-1 leg press, hack squat, and reverse hack squat. I actually think it's more of a 5-in-1 machine, but we'll get to that in a little bit. This is a really good piece of home gym equipment, but it looks and feels more like a piece of commercial equipment. The frame is made of 2-inch by 3-inch steel, and it can hold up to 2,000 pounds total and 1,300 pounds moving capacity. I measured these bottom holders here, and they can actually hold 7 standard metal 45-pound plates. That would be 630 pounds on the bottom, 630 pounds on the top if you loaded them all up. So depending on the thickness of your plates, you actually probably could fit that much on there. Now, if you don't need anywhere close to that, these upper plate horns are also removable, and taking them off does make it a little bit easier to load this bottom carriage. But I'll put it back in for now. You just pop it through the hole there, latch it down, and then it's nice and sturdy. Now, my favorite feature of this is the hack squat. So I'll show you that first. You do have to kind of put your foot up here and climb onto it, but after that, it's really pretty easy. You wedge in underneath the shoulder pads here, and I like to put my feet wide and about midway down the platform. Too high and it'll bottom out, too low and I don't have the ankle mobility to do it. So I go about midway through the platform, nice and wide here, and then you grip on this, you'll push it outwards to unlock. So push up like that, turn out a little bit, hear them clink down, then you grab the upper handles here, and now you go down into a squat. And one thing that I really like about this one is that many hack squats will bottom out. And the shorter you are, the more likely you are to bottom it out. But I'm only 5'2", and I can get really deep. It just bottomed out there. But that's deep enough for me, and anyone of a normal or taller height is going to have no problem getting whatever depth you want. Now, like I mentioned, if you do move your feet up a little bit higher, it will bottom out a little bit sooner, but this is a really good hack squat. Most hack squats that I've used, even several at commercial gyms, do bottom out. So I think the range of motion on this is phenomenal. Now, to do the reverse hack squat, you'll just turn around, and you can see these horns are kind of curved here. So you use this part for the regular hack squat. For the reverse hack squat, you put your shoulders in like this. And this reminds me kind of like a football blocking sled. You'll put your feet, again, about midway through the platform. And I like to hold on to these upper weight horns right here just to have something to hold on to. You'll drive up to unlock it, push these out, grab back there so you don't pinch your fingers, and then come down. Now you will notice that this does bottom out pretty easily. So you don't get a great range of motion here, but this will load your glutes to a little greater extent, whereas the regular hack squat will load your quads to a greater extent. Now there is one feature that I really do like about the reverse hack squat, and I'll show you that now. If you get back into that reverse hack squat position, but move your feet up high on the platform like this with just the balls of your feet in here, and then push up like this. Now you can use it as a calf raise machine and sink your heels off the bottom. And what's really nice about this is you get a good stretch here, and you come up to the top and then get a nice stretch, but you don't really even have to unlock it. So it's really safe. If you would happen to have to stop suddenly, it just clinks back down on the pegs without you actually having to do anything. So although I don't really like the reverse hack squat for a reverse hack squat itself, I do like the calf raise feature on the reverse hack squat. Now to switch it over to leg press mode, you'll take the backrest off right here. There's a little pin that you pull out right here. That unlocks it. Then you'll just take this out and you'll put it on the foot plate here. Now, one thing I want to mention before I lock that in to the foot plate is this actually has 4 different positions of adjustment. You can have it here, which is all the way up, and that's what I like for hack squat to get more range of motion. We can move it back a little bit just by lifting up on the handle here and bringing it back like that. Or to move it even further back, there's a peg down here, and you pull this band peg out, pull it out like this, and then you have to move the whole thing back a little bit and then plug it back in. Now this process is a little bit more cumbersome, but I do prefer this further back position for the leg press because it gives you a little more range of motion on the leg press. So forward for hack squat, backward all the way for leg press. Okay, now I've got it all the way in the back position here. That will allow the leg press to come down as far as possible. We'll put the backrest in, so just rest it right there. Plug the pin back in there. Now we have to flip this plate down in order to do the leg press. So there's a little pin right underneath here. You have to reach a little bit to get to it, but you just pop that out, bring the leg press up, and then there's 3 different holes in here. And so that will allow you to move this slightly back and forth depending on how much ankle mobility that you have. So now it's locked in for leg press. Now you can see, since I just finished up with hack squat, this is really pretty far down. I'm gonna see if I can wedge in here and press it back up. Okay, so that's really ideally more where I'd like my start position for the leg press to be. Now with the leg press, you can put your feet wide out on the platform. That'll work your glutes and adductors a little bit to a greater extent. Also, the higher up on the platform you go, the more you incorporate your glutes. Or if you want to isolate your quads, you can put your feet lower down on the platform. And if you really want to isolate them, then you can put them closer to midline here. However, I prefer to have my feet out wide, because if I have my feet narrow here, then when I come down to this bottom position, I get limited by my thighs hitting my rib cage. So I'm going to bring that back up, lock it back in here, move the feet out wide, now press up, and then lower back down. And you can really load this up on the leg press depending on how strong your legs are. But this leg press is also really nice because it does give you a nice, full, deep range of motion all the way at the bottom. And again, if you set this foot plate all the way back, that allows you to bring this platform down just a little bit lower. So now we'll lock it back in here. And then the other feature of this, you can do a calf raise on the leg press as well. So if you bring your feet closer in towards midline, put the balls of your feet on the bottom of the platform, and then press out. Now on this one, you do have to slightly unlock it there, and then you just go through a calf raise this way. Now, one other thing that I did not mention, but is definitely worth mentioning, on the hack squat, you pretty much want to leave this safety peg right here all the way down. But with leg press, especially if you're using a heavier weight, you can adjust this out to limit the range of motion. And that way, if for some reason you get stuck, it will hit the safety peg instead of crushing you. So I'm just going to move this out to its maximum length here so that you can see it stop early. We'll push this up here, press up, and bring that out. And now you can see it hits that safety peg right there. So that is another good safety feature. But all in all, I think this is a really good, versatile piece of home gym equipment. And like I said, it really does have the feel of a commercial piece of equipment. So if you'd like to check out the RitFit Gazelle Pro for yourself, click the link down below this video.